Hello, everybody, and welcome to Film Talk. We're no longer the Fleming Film Show, we're Fleming Film Talk. I'm Robbie Fleming, and joining me as always is my film co host, Justin Doyle. Hello, Justin.
Hey, Rob, what's going on?
Not much. I know we had to do the TV talk because Cody likes TV more than you. I thought making him the TV co host.
So, what happened there? How was the show?
That was good. We ranked our favourite animated series. Sorry.
Okay, what was Simpsons, South Park, Family Guy, King of the Hill, stuff like
Yes,
that?
them three were in mine. My favourite was BoJack Horseman. Cody's number one was Batman the Animated Series.
Not surprised, Cody.
What? Because I picked the comedy that's deep and depressing, and Cody picked a superhero one.
Well, he just loves Batman.
He does. Well, so do I. But yeah. Before we start off, me and you have not seen each other. Now there's a king on the throne.
Yeah. So sorry to hear about the loss of Queen Elizabeth II, but 70-year reign is amazing, and also being 95 is also amazing. So, yeah, what's going on over in your part of the world, and how are people, reacting? Yesterday was the memorial service. How did that go?
It was a big day. It was her like big funeral. It was probably like one of the biggest funerals you'll ever see in your life.
Yeah, I hear it was like 22 hours to stand in line to see her. Is that true?
Yeah, 22 blinds. It's fun.
No,
It's
22
it's nice
hours
because
in line.
yeah, a couple of celebrities I like jumped the queue to see them. So there's a bit of controversy about that. But David Beckham waited in the queue for 13 hours just to give his
Dang.
respects.
Wow. Holy moly. Yeah, so millions of people showed up then, huh? Hundreds of thousands of
Yeah,
people.
millions of people. All the old prime ministers were there, and a lot of world leaders. I think your president was there as well.
Uh, what so now what? Are you guys excited about the king, or what are we
I'm
feeling?
just seeing how things go, but because we have a new prime minister as well, it feels like we have a complete new makeover.
Right. Yeah. Do you think it's
Yeah,
gonna
new monarch, new PM.
do you think it's gonna change,
Yeah.
or for better or worse?
I'm just going to just see how things go. I don't want to predict the future on here.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, it's not like us and our presidents. We immediately already have our thoughts about them even before they've done anything. So that's why that's why I ask, I suppose. But
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
well, sorry for the loss of the country, and and I hope people grieve the right amount and then are able to move on and celebrate her.
Yes,
So,
definitely.
what are we talking today?
Today we are talking about our top 5 favourite British actors of all time.
How appropriate.
Yes, how appropriate. I did select this as our next topic before the passing of the Queen and everything anyway. So it just kind of slipped in with each other.
Yeah, good. All right. Great. So yeah, top 5 British actors. There's a lot. There's definitely a lot of British actors. Not a lot of color though, I noticed going through the lists, I feel like Chiwetel
Idris,
Ejiofor and
Chiwetel, Daniel
no, I know.
Kaluuya.
Yeah. And then what? That's it. Like, there's not,
No. Dalroy Lindo is from the UK.
In comparison, there's not a lot So you just naming 4 or 5 is still not helping the
And
argument,
there's
you know?
the woman from there's 2 British of color actresses from Loki.
Well, we're not talking about that. We're talking about actors. So, yeah, unfortunately, we just don't see a lot of colored actors who are from the UK. There's so many white
And
ones.
we've had Asians because Henry Golding, Himesh Patel.
Yeah, yep. So most of mine are white, unfortunately, because yeah, we'll talk about it soon. But yeah, it was a little bit disheartening to see that. But hopefully, more do spawn from them because I think the guy from Bridgerton, maybe is he English or
Oh, yeah, he's English.
yeah. So I think more are coming, and I hope more and more come out because it's a. I mean,
Oh,
we have the legendary UK British actors, you know, that we'll talk about today, and yeah, let's keep breeding the legends and
yes. You
making
ready for
great
my number
actors.
5?
Let's hear it.
Right, so my number 5, out of the old school actors, I could have picked loads for this list. Sir Ian McKellen, Daniel Day-Lewis. Could have picked Michael Caine. But the one that stands out to me the most is a 2-time Oscar-winning actor, and his name's Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Which is also my number 5. So let's
From
talk Anthony
Wales.
Hopkins. Yeah.
Yes, probably the biggest actor who's from Wales. Wales is such a small country, and only a handful of them are Welsh. But nobody is like as high as him in the acting world.
Yeah, I mean this is not just a legendary UK actor, but this is just a legendary actor. I mean, he's been around for decades and yeah, winning awards and just giving incredible performances. You know, this guy has a huge list of film credits, and yeah, it's always scary when he's acting in a role during the year because you know he's going to be not win it. He's just a huge
Yes.
threat when it comes to the Oscar and award ceremonies. But yeah, I mean, this guy is probably in a lot of other people's like one or first or second favorite because he's so good and legendary. What are some of your favorite movies from Sir Anthony
I
Hopkins?
enjoyed a really big movie he was in last year called The Father.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
he's
obviously
also
in the 4 movies he's great. Let's have a
yes.
look. Mission Impossible 2, his cameo in that's pretty good.
Let's not forget Silence of the Lambs, his first
Yes,
Oscar.
I was getting to that one. Yes, his first Oscars. I've not seen The Two Popes. What's that one like?
I really like the Two Popes. You know, it's just conversation, it's just dialogue, but you know, the backdrops are beautiful and both actors are so great that you just fall right in line with them and listen to the, you know, their stories and them talk. Um, yeah, he's an incredible actor and dates back, you know, debut year was in 1960 with the debut movie or TV series called A Matter of
The
Degree.
oldest film I like of his is A Bridge Too Far, which is an ensemble film of tons of legendary actors, and he is just one of them.
Yep. Amistad, amazing. He's also in the Transformer movie, the fifth one.
And he's in Red
He
too.
Yes, he's a voice in Beowulf. He was great in Hitchcock as Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh, he's brilliant as Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, and then yeah, he won his last Oscar with The Father.
Which is getting a
But
prequel movie with Hugh Jackman called The Son.
yeah, 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 it comes out this year.
Which I'm
Pretty
confused
exciting.
about because in the film it never mentions he has a son.
I know, right? I love that. Yeah, this is a great number 5 for both of us to start off. Um, and yeah, he would be in a lot of people's top 5, no doubt.
Yes, yes.
Sir Anthony
I'll let you
Hopkins.
go with your number 4.
All right. My number 4 is an actor who hasn't been around too long, but I already know that he's a great actor. I know that he's showing a lot of promise. He is an Academy Award nominated actor already. This gentleman is from the UK, of course. Let me just find out exactly where. Recently, yeah, here we go. He was in a movie, yeah, where he got nominated for Best Actor, but also the movie itself did really well and won a couple of awards. He's from Wembley, London, England, UK, and it's Riz Ahmed.
Great
A
choice.
non-white. Yeah, he's fantastic in Sound of Metal. He's fantastic in Nightcrawler. I just feel like every time he's in a movie, he really gives it his all. He has, like I said, a lot of promise, to come. I think we're going to see him
I also
be like
liked him in a comedy film he was in called Four Lions.
right. Yeah, he's also in, Jason Bourne, the fifth movie. Yeah, Four Lions. He played Omar. He was just in another movie called Mogul Mowgli that I want to see. And it looks like he has a few movies coming out soon.
He was also in Rogue One and Venom. Don't forget about them 2 movies. Because
Yes.
his performances in their movies were fantastic.
Hmm. Yeah, he won another Oscar, I believe, for The Long Goodbye, because or that's one of the Oscars he won because it was a short that won. But yeah, he's going to be in Hamlet that's coming out in 2023, or it's in pre-production right now. But he's filming a movie called Nimona, which he's voicing in. So he's working. But yeah, I think this guy has a lot of promise, and especially with his performance from Sound of Metal, just the way he dove into that character, I think he's going to be one of our greats to come. But yeah, he's in Venom. I loved him in Venom actually because Riot was a great character. And yeah,
Yes.
number 4 is
Yes,
Riz
good pick.
Ahmed.
Good. You ready for my number 4?
I am.
Right, my number 4 is an actor who rarely gets a lead role, but he's always good at playing these kind of supporting characters. And like he's not really a big name actor, but if I tell you the name of these movies, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. He stars in Snatch, Gangs of New York, Public Enemies, The Irishman, the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, and last year he was also in a Venom movie, and it's Mr. Stephen Graham.
Tell
The
me
star
about
of this
Stephen
year's
Graham.
Boiling Point. So he's done a lot in TV and film. He's never really been the lead until Boiling Point this year, and it's nice to see somebody that actually likes working and works really hard in his roles. And he doesn't feel like a glamour star. He doesn't feel like a A-list celebrity. He just feels like a normal person. Like when you see him in interviews, he just seems like a normal down to earth guy, and he just seems to always like go where the work is, and that's why I respect him for that. So that's why he's my number 4. I had to put him on this list somewhere because I wanted a lesser known British actor on the list, and Stephen Graham was the first one that came to mind.
He's also in a movie we both love, Rocket Man.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I think Boiling Point really is something where he's getting a lot more recognition because it's a fantastic film done in, one take, and yeah, he's memorable in the Pirates movies for sure. Yeah, I completely agree with you. He doesn't seem like work gets to him. He's just there for the work, and doesn't seem to care about much else, which is great. Like that's the way it should be. You're there to work,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
he's also in Venom number
Yeah,
2,
he's in number 2.
and then big TV series Peaky Blinders.
Yep,
Did you watch
he's
that
in the
one?
last series. I haven't. I need to catch up with that one. But another series I like him in is Line of Duty.
Oh, okay. Taboo.
I love Taboo.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, this was a good pick. Sir Stephen Graham. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Boiling Point,
you should watch it, and he definitely needs a knighthood.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Yes, then he can be a sir.
He was born in Liverpool, Merseyside, England.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, he suffers some dyslexia, so he gets his wife, who's also an actress, to read the scripts for him.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
Wow.
His wife's also in Boiling Point as well, so I reckon I'll do this favour for you if you could get me in the movie.
Nice. All right. Well, yeah, we both had lesser known British actors as our number 4.
Yes. So who'd your number 3 be?
Now let's jump into a very popular British actor, known for tons of movies. He's part of franchises. One of my all-time favorite movies, because I love musicals over here at Worth the View Movies. He's in a little movie called Moulin Rouge, and it's Ewan McGregor. He's from Perth in Scotland. Debut year was 1993. Of course, we know him as Obi-Wan Kenobi as well. Moulin Rouge is one of my all-time favorite movies, and I think him and Nicole Kidman killed it. And he's not like one of the best singers ever, but the charm that he has is kind of like La La Land is. They weren't the best singers, but they're so charming and lovable on screen, and I think that's why he works so well in Moulin Rouge. But yeah, he's Obi-Wan.
It's weird thinking about that. How the same director got a fantastic singing performance from Austin Butler. So I rewatched Elvis the other day. Yeah.
I want to see that again. I believe he was first noticed in 1996 Train Spotting. That was a movie that I think really kind of catapulted his career. He did some work on ER, but nothing was bigger than Star Wars Episode 1 for him. And then he's also in Black Hawk Down. Did some rom-coms with Down with Love. And one of my favorites, even though it's not really touted as a good one, is The Island. I love that with Scarlett Johansson. That was a fun, interesting.
Big Fish. That's one of my favorites.
Well, see, I didn't forget it. I gave you room to talk about it. Another fantastic film that he's in that I think is sort of under the radar is The Impossible, the movie about the.
I've seen that. That's a good one.
Yeah, that one's really, really good. Let's see. Of course, he was Beauty and the Beast and Christopher Robin.
His voiceover works fantastic because in 2005 he was in 2 animated movies called Robots and one called Valiant, and they are both good animated movies.
Yes. Robots for sure. I've seen. He was in, or he's gonna be in. So he was in Obi-Wan Kenobi this year. He's gonna be in a movie called Raymond and Ray, with Ethan Hawke. It looks like, but also he's gonna be in Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Yes,
as Jiminy Cricket. So
yes,
there we go.
He's called Sebastian Cricket. He's called Sebastian instead.
Yeah, Sebastian J. Cricket.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking forward to that, of course. Also, you've
What,
seen
because of
Loud
how
Ice and
dreadful the Disney one was?
I disagree. I don't think it was dreadful at all. I think it was quite a delight. Just not. I mean, it's pretty much the same as the first one. So if you like the first one, you almost have to like this one.
No, I don't. I don't
Um,
have to like any movie just because I like the original version.
but it's identical. Like how? So I mean, that means you don't like the first one.
The Blue Fairy appears in 5 scenes in the original. She only appears once in the new one.
They had to give room for more. The wolf guy, Mr. Keegan Michael Key.
He's only in 1 scene as well.
Exactly. He wasn't gonna be. Um, Too much Jiminy Cricket in that movie.
Yeah.
All right. What's your number 3?
Well, number 3 is an actor we have previously spoken about. He started off doing TV. He landed an iconic role in a little TV series called Sherlock. And now this guy is leading franchises. He was in the Middle-earth franchise. He's in the Marvel franchise. And last year, he kicked off with another career best performance in Jane Campion's Power of the Dog and helped her win Best Director. And it's Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yes. Another up and coming superstar.
Did you have a feeling he'll be on my list?
I did. Yes. So tell me more about him.
Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch, yes. He started off doing TV. He's also in Four Lions with Riz Ahmed.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously now everybody knows him as Doctor Strange. But even though he's been playing Doctor Strange for a few years now, he's always tried to land the odd like prestigious role when he can. He was really good in the Louis Wayne movie as well. And obviously the Imitation Game, he was phenomenal. But I think Power of the Dog kind of helped his career grow more so he can become this massive actor, and it just really showed his range. Because I think his American accent's better in Power of the Dog than it is in Doctor Strange. You're the American, Justin. What do you think his accent's better in?
Was Doctor Strange and what else?
Power of the Dog.
Oh, that's a good one.
He feels more real in Power of the Dog, though. I think that's what.
Yeah, he does. He's kind of like in the middle of American and British in Doctor Strange. He's like on the verge, on the cusp. No, his performance in Power of the Dog is amazing. So I would have to say that because I just think it's his best work for sure. Crossover here from my number 3. They were both in August Osage County.
Which I need
Ewan
to watch.
McGregor and Benedict Cumberbatch. I love 12 Years a Slave. I also love him as Khan in Star Trek.
Yes.
I haven't seen any of the Sherlock stuff, but yeah, the Current War was interesting. That where he played.
Need to see that one.
Thomas Edison. Yeah, 1917, a movie that you really love.
Yes, I forgot he was in that.
And then The Mauritanian, which was a great movie.
Yes, that was great.
Yeah, he had a busy 2021. Busy. I think that in 2019 was his...
I still need to see The Courier.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Let's see. What is he in? He came out with Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness this year. He's going to be in a movie called The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar, which is so funny. He loves those titles because Wonderful World of Henry Sugar, The Electrical Life of Louis Wayne, The Power of the Dog, The Tiger Who Came to Tea. It's always something with something and something. He was also the voice of the Grinch. And my favorite voice performance, do you know?
Is it in The Hobbit?
Smaug.
Yes.
Smaug. Yeah. He's going to be in Avengers Secret Wars 2025. Dang. We'll see.
Oh, and it looks
Good
like he's
pick.
also making a film with Jodie Comer.
Oh,
Who's also
cool.
one of my favourites at the moment.
Yeah, she's fantastic. Oh, there's a movie by Wes Anderson. That's the Henry Sugar one.
Yes.
Based off of a Roald Dahl book. Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, that was a good pick. Definitely. Oh yeah, the movie with Jodie Comer is called The End We Start From.
Yes.
Based off a book.
Who's your number two then?
My number two is to me one of the better actors that's out there right now. I think that this guy gives it his all. He's been in franchises as well, but also, leads really well. He is an Academy Award winner. And people, may think that he is the best Batman. But to me, The Fighter is my favorite movie from this UK actor, Christian Bale. He's from Wales. And he debuted in
He was only born there. He's never lived there.
Right, place of birth is Wales. His debut movie TV series was Anastasia: The Mystery of Anna in 1986. So now it's been 30 plus years, and he's still going strong. He was just in Thor: Love and Thunder this year, and will be in a movie called Amsterdam that comes out next month.
Yes, which I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yes. Yeah, he won Best Supporting Actor for The Fighter, playing Dickie Eklund. But he's been around for a while doing what he does best. American Psycho, I think, is really where he jumped off and became, more popular. And then eventually, was in Reign of Fire.
He started out as a child actor.
He was in Newsies. Yeah, 1992. But so I guess there was a TV series, Anastasia, that he played. I
still need to see Empire of the Sun. That's another Spielberg film I've not seen.
Have I seen that?
I thought being Spielberg's biggest fan, I thought you'd watch all his movies by now.
I'm not his biggest fan, and I'm not. I'm not a director completionist.
True.
Yeah, Equilibrium was a fun movie, but he was also crazy, acting in The Machinist, which I think got him a lot of praise. And then, of course, he was Batman in the Nolan trilogy. 3:10 to Yuma remake, which I really enjoyed. I loved him as John Connor, even though the movie itself wasn't great. What are your favorite movies from him?
I know you weren't a fan of this movie, but I thought his performance in Ford versus Ferrari was really good. Again, I'm not big on American Hustle, but his performance is excellent.
I like that movie.
And I'm not big on The Big Short, and his performance is phenomenal.
Yeah, that one I can't agree on.
He's one of. I'll get on to him in a bit, but he's one of them actors who can always put on a good performance, whether you dislike the film or not. Like, Fallen and Thunder wasn't the best Marvel series, but he was the best thing about it.
100%. What's so crazy is, like, everyone in the movie was having fun, where Christian Bale was acting his ass off. Like, I wish either he went this way or they went that way. Because then I think it would have been a more complete, solid movie. But another crossover here with your number 3, they were both voices in Mowgli: Legend of the Jungle.
Yes, which I've only seen bits of. I need to watch the whole thing.
Oh, and let's not forget Vice, because he was Dick Cheney and was amazing.
That's one of his best performances to date.
Yeah, besides Dick Eklund. Yeah, Christian Bale, so solid. I mean, I just think of him as a fantastic actor, just one of the better actors that we have. He's definitely in my top 5, and yeah, I love the man.
Yes, I'll be talking about him later. But you ready for my number 2?
Yes.
Again, this is the only person of color who I have in this list. This is a man who started off in British TV as well as a sitcom actor. He was in a little series called Skins, and he started rising up the ranks and is now an Academy Award winner. Let me just name the movies he's been in for 1 second. Here are the movies. He is in Johnny English Reborn, Kick-Ass 2, Sicalo, Black Panther, Widows. Recently he was in Nope. Which he also worked with his director in his breakout film, Get Out, but then won an Oscar for Judas and the Black Messiah, Mr. Daniel Kaluuya.
Boom, boom. Good pick.
Yes, thank you. Like Stephen Graham, who I mentioned earlier, Daniel Kaluuya, again, he goes where the work is. He's not like when you see him in interviews, he's always this happy, jolly, go-lucky guy. He always like cracks joke and stuff. Even though he is a person of color, he never kind of like mentions it like in a negative like form like other celebrities do, and he just always like shows that he has like talent, and he's one of the only actors I know to act with his face. He has more talent in his face than most of the actors we've been talking about.
He's very good. Not only Judas and the Black Messiah is one of my favorite performances from him, but Queen and Slim, I love so much with him.
I've been meaning to watch that one.
It's so good. Jodie Turner-Smith is also in it. Both of them are it's just phenomenal performances. And
what did you think of his performance in Nope?
I love Nope. I'm not down on it like people are. I thought Nope was great. And I even rewatched it, half of it. I mean, he's good, he's supposed to be the sort of the straight man, he's serious in it most of the time, but the lines that he gives that are comedic in his serious tone really works, because that just shows his performance.
Because even when he only really has like a couple of lines. Most of his performance, he never talks.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why he shows more of his talent in his body and his face rather than how he talks.
Yep, he's got a presence about him, and it works. It works really well. He's great on screen. I think the camera loves him, and I think we're gonna see more, Oscar wins from him in the future.
I hope so.
Because he's just so damn good.
He should have won instead of Gary Oldman for Get Out.
For The Darkest Hour.
Yeah, because that movie's quite boring, whereas Get Out's entertaining.
And we have an original character and one that's already, been alive and gone through life. So
you can get any actor to play Churchill. The best I've seen play Churchill is one of your guys, John Lithgow.
Yeah, he's amazing. I love some Lithgow. Yeah, great. He's from London.
Yeah, I think he's from. I think his heritage is Uganda.
Yes. All right. Ready for my number 1? Do you have a guess?
Yes. It's got to be it's got to be somebody on, like, if you said Julie Andrews was your favorite because of like her success and her ability of being a national treasure, I can't imagine who you guess.
This person is a national treasure, international treasure. I mean, there's no Jim Carrey without this actor. There's no Gene Wilder. There's no Robin Williams. There's no Robert Downey Jr. Because this actor is one of the best actors that has ever walked the planet. And it's not even for his voice. It's for him just being and acting and working and showing emotion, showing the facials, doing pratfalls, very physical. He's got drama, he's got comedy, he's got romance, he's got charm. Even though he kind of looks and has a similar mustache to Hitler, he is the best actor that has ever walked the planet, and that's Charles Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin is my number one, who's also a sir, known for, so many movies. I mean, The Kid, The Great Dictator, Modern Times, City Lights, The Gold Rush. This, if you can be, a kid, like when I was a kid, and watch these movies and still be, absorbed in it all and be mind blown by it all, when there's no talking and you're just watching, kind of somebody run around on screen and, with weird, it's just like kind of like a bar room sort of music in the background, like it's just like pianos and stuff. I mean, it's just phenomenal. But yeah, he's, like I said, there wouldn't be a lot of actors out and doing what they do right now if it wasn't for what he did back in then. I mean, he's got million credits. He started in 1914. Unfortunately died in 1977. But I mean, I think one of his biggest movies that people probably still talk about is The Great Dictator. But yeah, he wrote, starred, directed, shot all of his films. I mean, he was like a one-man band when it came to creating movies. And I don't think there would be Hollywood. I don't think there would be Hollywood without Charlie Chaplin. So he's my number one.
Good choice. And Robert Downey Jr. plays him very well in the movie.
Yes, I know, and like very, very well. I mean,
he did a really good British accent for Charlie Chaplin, but for Doolittle, he just gave us the worst thing to ever come out his mouth.
Yep. Yep. I mean, you guys go see all of these movies. A lot of them are shorts too. So, I mean, he's phenomenal. Go see them. Have you seen many of them?
Yeah. I've seen clips of his, but I want to watch more of the movies.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right. Well, I guess we know what your number one is then.
Yes, it's your number two. It's Christian Bale.
For being Batman?
Well, not just for being Batman, but every time. I went through a phase of watching Christian Bale movies, and I came with something in my head. He's a fantastic actor. Everything you see him in, he always puts 100% effort into his work. I admit he has been a bit of a jerk at times, but he's always been committed to the roles he plays. Mm-hmm. And I'm surprised he only has one Oscar, because I don't know how he got nominated for American Psycho.
Yeah, I don't know. Nominee for
and in the second Batman film, he is undershadowed by Heath Ledger, even though he does still put on a great performance.
Yeah, he's been nominated 4 times for an Oscar. Lead actor for American Hustle and Vice, and then supporting role for Big Short, and then 1 for The Fighter.
I've seen all 4 of them. And The Fighter is his best performance out of them, so I'm glad he won for the right performance. I think if Rami Malek didn't win in 2018, I probably would give it to him.
Mm-hmm. Are you excited for Amsterdam?
Yes. Is it because Christian and Rami are both in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Margot and John David Washington and Chris Rock and Michael Shannon and there's so many people in this David O. Russell movie. Set in the 30s.
I don't get how he's afforded all of them.
Yeah, right. Maybe some of them just worked one day. But yeah, Amsterdam comes out in October 7th, 2022. So less than a month away.
Yes, and I can picture that we'll have big seats in the cinema to see all these actors. I just hope it's not corn like House of Gucci was.
Yeah, well, we'll see. There's no Jared Leto in it, so it can't be too crazy. He was good in The Prestige. We didn't talk about that one earlier.
Oh, yes, The Prestige. He should do another movie with Nolan.
Yeah. Out of the Furnace didn't get a lot of love, but I thought he was fantastic in it. It's very dark movie.
Yeah,
Casey Affleck, Zoe Saldana. Good. Okay, let's count them down.
My number 5 is Sir Anthony Hopkins.
As was my number 5.
My number 4 is the working man's actor, Mr. Stephen Graham.
I have a working man's actor as my number 4 as well, Riz Ahmed.
My number 3 is the always great Mr. Benedict Cumberbatch.
I have an always great as well, and my number 3 with Ewan McGregor.
My number 2 is going to be a future superstar, and it's Daniel Kaluuya.
My number 2 is already a superstar, and that's Christian Bale.
And that's my number 1 because he's a legend.
Speaking of legends, my number 1 is Charlie Chaplin.
Yay!
Yeah. Some also rans. Somebody who missed my list just barely because I do think that he's a fantastic actor and will be doing better roles and coming around more into his own is Paul Bettany.
Yes. Another legend I thought was going to be on your list was Michael Caine.
Yeah, he's great. We also could have put Alan Rickman on there.
Yes.
I like Eddie Redmayne a lot. I mean, Idris Elba we all know, is fantastic. He's so good.
Yes.
I think Andy
I also
Serkis
mentioned to you I like this. Well, obviously, me and Cody both like Doctor Who, and out of all the actors to play Doctor Who, it's David Tennant. But you might also know Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi because they're in big films as well, and Christopher Eccleston.
Mm-hmm. I think Andy Serkis, for his voice acting alone, should be.
He needs an award for everything he does.
Yeah. How do you feel about Daniel Craig?
Daniel Craig's great.
Mm-hmm. Ben Kingsley, obviously fantastic. Yeah. And Ralph Fiennes, I think, would be on a lot of people's top list there.
Most of the Harry Potter actors.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, Alan Rickman's number 1, probably.
Sir Ian McKellen, if you want to go for an LGBT choice.
Yeah, he's a great actor. And I love him as Magneto. So,
Gandalf.
Yeah. Jim Broadbent is always a good pick.
He is.
He's a character actor.
He is a great pick. Yeah.
All right. Let's do a recommendation of the week. What do you got?
Yes, my recommendation is a movie on Netflix, and what amazed me about this movie is the fact it reminded me of a movie that I watched years ago. I mean, when you think of like the greatest teen comedies, you think of 10 Things I Hate About You, Mean Girls, and Clueless. And I think this new film that came out on Netflix plays a good homage to them, and it's Do Revenge with Camila Mendes and Fire Hawk.
Yeah, my girlfriend was watching that, and yeah, it seemed all right. It was okay.
Yeah,
I had some questions because I was interested in wondering what was going on. Um,
you need to
but
watch the
yeah,
whole thing.
you think so?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
all right.
There's a little there's two actresses from TV shows I love are in it.
What shows?
Uh, Sophie Turner, who plays Sansa Stark in Game of Thrones, is in it.
Yes.
Although she's probably the worst actress in the whole film. Because everybody else was good. That was
I
terrible.
do. I do remember seeing a part of her, one of her parts. Yeah, that's funny.
And one of the biggest legends to appear on in this film is Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh, as one of the mothers?
She's the headmistress.
Yeah, so these are kids that are like they're rich, right? And they go to a rich school or
Yeah,
something.
kind of like a rich high school. It's based off a movie called Strangers on the Train,
Interesting.
which is an old Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Got it. Cool. All right. There the dogs go. Shush. Shush. Go ahead and talk about another movie. I'll be right back.
All right, another movie I did watch is See How They Run with Sam Rockwell and Charisse Rowan. This is kind of like a 50s whodunit. Adrian Brody gets murdered. Sam and Sarouche have to solve the case, and it must be one of the people in the production. You have David Oyelowo, another British actor in this, and an underrated one who is spot on. Reece Shearsmith, who you might know from Venom 2, who played the priest. He's in this movie. Reeve Wilson's in this too. I know she's been quite big over the last 5 years, and so's Harris Dickinson, who's also been making his breakout this year with Kingsman and Where the Crawdads Sing, and I can't wait to see him in the Triangle of Sadness film. So yeah, See How They Run and Do Revenge are the two movies that people need to check out. Definitely, these have some a great cast of like upcoming actors, and they are all spot on in these performances, and that's what makes them really good, entertaining movies. So check them two out. Do Revenge and See How They Run.
Yeah, See How They Run. I'm excited to see that. It has a huge ensemble cast. And I hear Saoirse Ronan's good.
Oh, she's amazing in it.
Cool. Well, yeah, I'm excited for both. All right. Movie that I'd like to recommend. The movie itself, I don't think is, the best, but we got a great performance from a great actor, who I believe is British, I think. And the movie is called Breaking, starring John Boyega. It is in theaters. You can also rent it for $20. I don't know if it's worth $20, but once it gets down to the $6 or $7 range, I think that would be worth it. But yeah, this is a bank heist movie. We have a guy who's just down on his luck and got screwed over from the VA and just wants his money. And so this is his last sort of way to get it. And he doesn't want the bank's money. He just wants what the VA owes him. So he holds up a bank. And yeah, I mean, John Boyega's performance is just amazing in this. He just like Daniel Kaluuya, there's a lot going on in the face, a lot going on in his heart, and his delivery. And his character is just awesome. It's a heartbreaking movie because what he talks about and goes through is just really upsetting, and I think that this happens a lot, with military personnel who get out and are promised certain things and then they don't get it, and so they're homeless and have to kind of start their lives over, and it's really sad. So, but really good movie as far as performance goes, and yeah, Rotten Tomatoes gives it 82%. So there you go, certified fresh.
Yes. Sounds good. Can't wait to check that out.
Yes, great. What are we
What
doing next
movies
time?
are you anticipated for? Yeah, does mean
Um,
you're going to be talking Blonde at the end of the month?
yes, yeah. Well, I want to see The Woman King. I want to
Yes,
see
I
how
do.
they run. I am excited for Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Christian Bale, of course. Yeah, and I think I want these movies to get better this year. Just keep, give me something where I can really grasp a hold of and really love.
Was Nope the
'Cause-
last film you did that with?
well, it didn't blow me away. I had, you know, good high expectations for it, and they were met. So it was really just like, yeah, that was exactly what I wanted from that movie.
So it's more
But
of a B tier for you than an A tier? I don't know how you clearly rank your movies different to I do.
yeah, the last
Like,
movie I
I just
put. Oh, what were you saying?
it just with me on Letterboxd, as I showed you, I just rank my movies from what I think were the best to what I think was the shittest, and it just
Yeah,
goes along in that order. You must have a
yeah.
different way of ranking your films.
Well, I just have my favorites of the year, and then my top favorites. Prey was really good. I liked Prey a lot, and then Honk for Jesus Save Your Soul, performance wise, was just real nice. So, but
Nice.
yeah, I mean, it's still the same top. I really, I still love Apollo 10.5, Top Gun Maverick, and then yeah, Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Like nothing's changed. Nothing's changed.
Yeah, nothing changed with me. To me, it's still decision to leave Top Gun and Elvis. I kind of dropped Batman a bit because on the last watch I thought, okay, this kind of does get boring after a while.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah.
still solid. It's still really, really solid. But
Oh no,
yeah,
it's a well-made movie. It just doesn't have enough rewatchability compared to the three I listed.
mm.
And
Yeah.
everything everywhere all at once is good, but it's everybody's favorite. I didn't want to be in the same crowd, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, and it is good, but I don't. It's, just didn't blow me away.
Yeah.
What are we doing next week?
Next week, you wanted to invite Tony on.
Yeah, let's get Tony back on.
Yeah. So,
One
yeah,
of
why don't
his
you speak?
one of the topics that he brought up was 5 actresses that you have crushes on.
Okay, that can work.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're mostly going to be women because I'm heterosexual. So,
Well, when I say actor, I mean actresses should also be called actors,
yes.
But yeah,
Well, if we did man crushes, I know who your number one would be anyway.
who?
Larry David.
Don't tell people my secret. Yeah, I love Curb Your Enthusiasm and even more than Seinfeld, and it's
Is that
because
the only TV show you watch? Do you just watch on repeat when you want to watch TV?
No, you know what? If I want to watch, something that's not a movie and I just need, like 22 minutes to kill or whatever, I've been throwing on Impractical Jokers, or I like Modern Family. There's some I haven't seen all the episodes, so I'm finishing like some of that up. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a good
I
one to
love
put
Brooklyn
on.
Nine-Nine.
But like I just finished because it's now over. But America's Got Talent is always an annual TV show that I watch. Oh, and Hell's Kitchen's coming up, which is another annual TV show I watch.
Is it still
But
Gordon Ramsay in the US?
oh yeah, one of the best TV
It's weird
personalities
because
ever.
my mum went to high school with him.
Oh yeah, wow. Yeah, I
Yeah,
really want to go
he's from
to.
Stratford.
Oh, nice. I really want to go
Yeah.
to a Hell's Kitchen and have dinner. Like it would just be a dream. But yeah, it's a good show just because he's so insane. he he one time put two pieces of bread on the side of somebody's face like this, and he goes, "What are you?" And she goes, "I'm an idiot sandwich." Just ridiculous. All right, this was fun. Great,
Yes.
great show. And yeah, we'll get Tony on next week and we'll talk our top 5 biggest actress crush.
Yes. Yes. Thank you all for tuning in to Fleming Film Talk. Let us know your favourite British actress in the comment below. Give my YouTube channel a like, subscribe, and suggest us ideas for future talks.
Yes. And you can find me at Worth View Movies on all the things, so go check all that out. Joe, get away. Joe. Sorry. Yeah, check me out on all the things there. And yeah, look at Robbie's reviews. What was your MCU one this week?
I had to do it on Sunday, but it was Ant-Man.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
I like Ant-Man.
Great.
Love Ant-Man.
Yeah. I mean, Paul Rudd's just classic. He's good. He's good. Great, man. Well, thanks for having me. And yeah, we'll do this again next week. Until then.
Until next time. Bye, Justin. Bye, everyone.
Bye, man.